Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew. Today, I will be reading from the r/EntitledPeople subreddit, so let's jump into it. Entitled sister demands I take her children to Disney with me and my girlfriend, despite knowing it's a secret proposal trip. So I, 31-year-old female, and my girlfriend, 32-year-old female, are planning a trip to Disneyland Paris. Not for any time soon with the pandemic, but still planning. It's not as big as, say, Florida, but it's closer to us. It's also both our first time going, and as my girlfriend is obsessed with Disney, it's where I'm planning to propose to her to make it more special. My sister knows I'm proposing, as she helped me pick out the ring, and she was very supportive until she found out where I was planning to propose. She doesn't approve of it, as we're not kids, and has stated that because we're not children, it's quote-unquote weird, and how if I wanted to go there, I should take her kids, who are 10 and 6. I love my niece and nephew, but this is a special trip for me and my girlfriend. I explained this to my sister, and I thought she understood, but next time I was over seeing her kids, they were upset because she had told them about the Disney trip, and they couldn't understand why I wouldn't take them. I tried to console them, but I felt very put on the spot and upset by this. I ended up leaving not long after, and my sister keeps badgering me to take the kids now, as they're so upset. The worst part is, my girlfriend is starting to feel guilty and is wondering if we should just take the kids with us. Bruh, this one made me so mad, and I have a lot to say about it, so bear with me. I did though find a comment that perfectly summed up a few things I was thinking, so I'll just read that comment quickly for you guys. Tell your sister that she's the one who upset the kids by telling them about your trip with expectations that they are going with. Like, it's supposed to be a romantic trip for you and your girlfriend, not a free vacation for her and her kids. She gets a free babysitter if you take them. You don't get squat, except for a buttload more responsibilities. You don't even really get to have a romantic dinner with your girlfriend if that's the case. How does she not see this? The location of your trip is irrelevant, and your sister's feelings are equally irrelevant. You're taking your girlfriend on a trip to propose to her, not to babysit your sister's kids. End of story. If she chooses to get upset, that's on her. Also, I hate that the sister stated that it's weird to go to Disneyland as an adult. Like, nah. You know what's weird? The norm of having to stop enjoying things just because you hit a certain age. My Lego, video game, anime, Disney-loving ass is a very firm believer in never growing up. You do not have to give up things just because you're an adult. In fact, I think that kids seeing adults rejoicing in childish things would actually raise them to be better, less bitter people when they get older. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. You got hired, so you have to put in a good word and make sure I get hired too. This happened in 2016. My older sister and I were both living with our parents and were both unemployed. We were given ultimatums by our parents that we either get jobs or we have to leave their house. I was in school at the time and had to quit school in order to find a job or be homeless. So we both went to this youth center that helps young people or homeless find employment. I had just turned 19 and never had a job. My sister was 22 and had worked a few jobs but could never keep one. Always late, calling out too much, no show, etc. We sign up at the center. I get a call back a couple days later for orientation. My sister, on the other hand, never got a call back. Not sure why, but likely from her unstable previous employment history. After orientation, they gave me paid training for 1 week. Once that was done, it was time to call one of the establishments listed on the available places. I got a seasonal temporary position, which was essentially a trial run, and you'd be hired on full-time if they liked you. Well, apparently they really liked me, so they offered me a position halfway through my second week working through the city. I happily accepted. I'm about a month into working at this place on their full-time payroll. Still new, barely running a register, and my sister still hasn't found a job yet. So she texts me one day while I'm at work, asking me to put in a good word for her and to tell my boss to hire her. She'll be right there to fill out an application. I tell her I was not going to do that, especially given her track record with the jobs she's had. She replies, "But we both signed up for the same thing. You got hired and I didn't. So now that you are hired, you're supposed to help me out." Like I said, my parents gave us both an ultimatum to find jobs, otherwise we'd get the boot. So I was not going to risk fucking up my chances at this place by putting a good word in for someone who would likely only show up half the time and in return make me look bad. After those series of texts, I got upset at the audacity and entitlement. She really thought it was my responsibility for her employment. Delusional. It still gets me mad thinking about it. I should add that my sister, despite never finding a job, never got kicked out. She avoided my parents for a few months by staying at a friend's house, then sneakily moved back in hoping they'd forget about the ultimatum. I guess they did, because she never got kicked out. Anyways, fast forward to Christmas that same year, my sister texts me, "You have to get me gifts this year. You have to go all out. That's what you do when you have your first job." Like, nah, bitch. I did not respond. And that Christmas, I got her a $50 Visa card and a bottle of lotion. Ugh. OP should have gotten her sister a bottle of soap for Christmas with a note reading, "You reek of entitlement and laziness. Maybe this will help." The entire time I was reading that, I was thinking to myself, gosh, I really hope OP moved away from these asshats and is on her own now. So I went searching in the comments and did find the comment in which she states that she has moved out and is planning on going back to school. So thank great googly moogly. I hope it all works out for her. Anyways, I know I've already talked way too much in this video, but I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be doing a big Christmas giveaway for subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed if you don't want to miss out on that. I'll be giving more information on this later. I have so many fun surprises coming up for you guys over the holidays to show my sincere appreciation for you all. Anyways, I'll shut up now. That is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed those 2 entitled people stories. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!